Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Happy November, November 1st. Um, let's make it a good month, guys. I know flipping the calendar, figuratively and literally, um, no matter what you were struggling with last month in November or in October, let's fix that in November. Fresh start to the month. So whatever you're struggling with, let's work on fixing that in this month. So let's kick it off with the watch list. What I'm watching today. AMD, biggest watch off open here, guys. IV crush is going to happen here. We are currently flat on the day. What's up, John? How's it going, John? We're flat right now. Um, IV crush is going to happen, guys. The implied move was about 7.5%. We are like up 0.3% in pre-market right now, looking pretty good for a move up. And if we do move up, I'm looking for this 102 level to be hit here on AMD. Over 102, then I think we get 105, 106, which is why I'm going to be looking at like 103 to 105 calls it open. If we push on AMD opening volume, if it's upside, if we get downside volume, then I'm going to be looking at 96, 94 as those two levels, potentially looking at like $94 puts because I think that's the level to the downside that we will hit. So that's what I'm going to be watching firstly out of the gate is going to be AMD. Now, I just want to talk about SPY real quick because SPY is pretty strong in pre-market, but we do have FOMC today at 2 o'clock. You guys saw the chop that we got yesterday. We finally get out of range yesterday afternoon once we broke over that 1650 level, which kind of held in the pre-market session as support. Good morning, CDP. That held as support. So now, we broke out over 1650. We went and got the 1755 level here. Let me zoom in so it's easier for you guys to see that. We broke out of that 1650 spot. We went up to this next level at 1755. Then we went all the way to 1850. Now in pre-market, we're up to 1925. I think this could be an opening push at open, an opening pump opportunity all the way to 420. 420 is going to be a huge spot. If we can't take 420, then I think we have a chance to fall right back down to 417.55. But we are ramping into open. So that's what I'd be watching on SPY's upside here at open, which is why I think AMD has a chance to go as well. Two other names that I like real quick: Microsoft. Interesting chart here on Microsoft here on the hourly. You can see we're holding, and typically when we get up over this level, we make a push up into this 341, 342 area. And then, if we reject this area up here, we could fall way back down like Microsoft did. We fell down here all the way to 335. We fell down from here, 342, 339, 335. So I'll be looking to see what Microsoft does right here, but you can see a big hourly level closed over it in pre-market session. Now we're trying to hold it here on this next hourly candle that opens in about 7 minutes when the market opens. So Microsoft could be a nice opportunity up to 342. Amazon looks really, really good as well for the upside. A lot of tech names are looking very, very strong in pre-market to the upside, but you can see here Amazon has been consolidating in between this 131.60 and 133.50 area. So basically $2 of range right here. We're finally breaking out of that, as well. Huge level in the hourly. If I were to turn off the extended hours, you guys can see this purple line, right? We've got a gap to fill all the way up to about 135 from September 20th at close. So now that we're over this level, first target's going to be about 134.30, 134.50, somewhere in this range up here. Right about in here is going to be where I'm looking for that first target, just from October 12th from that level. But if we take out this supply zone, then I think we're going to see that move into the mid 135s with 136, 137 being a stretch target on Amazon. Last name real quick is just Meta. I don't know if I'll play this one or not, but this could be an interesting one. We are consolidating. You guys can see here on the 1 hour, there's a ton of consolidation on Meta right here on the 1 hour time frame. If I go into the 15-minute, you'll see if I turn the extended on, right, you can see how much consolidation we have right here. We're breaking out of it right now. So this could be another opening drive play back up to that 305 level. And if we break 305, I think we go back to Monday's high at 309.40, with 315 being a huge stretch target. I just don't know with FOMC today at 2 o'clock if the market's going to actually push us that high. But that's going to be what I'm watching today at open. Um, Pretty short watch list, pretty straightforward. I think AMD has all of the things for us to get going. The other thing that's interesting too, guys, is Bitcoin is pushing up in pre-market. I'll just show you real quick what I'm seeing on Bitcoin. We tried to take that 35 level, right? We got a big candle up here at 35K. This is that level that we really need to take. If we zoom out on the hourly time frame, actually the daily probably better. You can see here, right? Like this is the level that we've been needing to take is 35. We haven't gotten it yet, but we are flagging on Bitcoin. So if we can move over 35, I think we're going to make that move up into 38, 40K on Bitcoin. And then if that happens, I'm going to be looking at names like Mara, which is up 3% right now. Mara's at 911, right? So let's go to the extended here. We're at that huge daily level at 918. If we can take this daily level, you saw what happened on Monday, right? We took the daily level, we held it, and then we pushed all the way to 957. About a 50-cent move on Mara on weeklies. That's huge for contracts, right? And we can see right here in the tape, we've got big bidders in the tape. Someone looking for 22,000 shares, right around $9 on Mara. Not a ton of sellers in the tape, but we can see big buy orders kind of sitting there in the tape. And you see here, we've got big buys that actually have just hit on the time and sales. 910, someone was buying 4,000 shares. There's a 5,000 share order right here at $9, 2,000 at 908, 3,000. So like someone loaded 908 right around 924 about 2 minutes ago on Mara. So there's definitely big bidders in here. And the bidders are outweighing the sellers, I think. So Mara could be an opportunity to the upside. There's a $7,000 buy at 917. So they're underwater right now. A little under 90 grand, and they're down right now in that position. So they bought at 917. They bought right here at this daily level. So they might be looking for, a 50-cent move up with, $90,000. That could be huge. So Mara's going to be a top watch for me at open for opening drive as well. Vinny is saying SoFi. Yeah, SoFi could be huge. The thing with SoFi I'd be watching is this 791 level. It's a key level, and we rejected it Monday and sold really, really hard. But on the daily time frame, you can see this 791 is going to be huge. If we can break 791, we can see a move up. But that's a good point, Vinny. If rates don't go up, UPST, SoFi, Affirm, all of those buy now, pay later could be huge. So all right, guys, I'm gonna get my charts ready for open. SPY might hit 420 before we even the opening bell hits. But Tesla also is an interesting candidate, guys, over 205. I didn't post that on the watch list, but there's too many setups to call out because there's just so many good ones in my opinion. But there's a lot. Microsoft, like Swaggy said, I've got that on the watch list. I think that can be huge. Apple's over 171. So, but as we go into pre-market, guys, just take a look at your EMAs, right? And we can see SPY, we can see QQQ here. Everything is trending up. Apple's pushing up, Tesla's pushing up, AMD's pushing up, Microsoft's, like everything is moving up. So don't fight the trend. Don't try and be a hero. Shoot, the market's ripped off of FOMC. Those 220s on Tesla could go crazy. All right, guys, 30 seconds here. These 105 calls on AMD closed at $1.26 yesterday. Let's see what they open up at today. Watch SPY at open too, get a big stick. I just got filled on AMD, guys, on the 105 calls. Oh, these things ripped, guys. These things absolutely just mooned. The 105s are what I took. 30% now on these. 35% now. We break 100, these things go absolutely nuclear. 40% now. 60% now. 70% on AMD. Haven't scaled anything yet, guys. I just sold half the position there at 70%. What an insane trade off of open there. $105 just went absolutely crazy. $100% now. This might have been the easiest flush play. 125% now. Anyone get the AMD 105s that I talked about? I knew I wasn't going to be able to type them out for you when I took them, so I typed it out for you guys right before market open. Told you exactly what I was taking, how much I was taking. Oh my goodness. 130, 150% now. 2 minutes into the market open, guys. 150% trade. $102 is the next key level I have. Wow. That is a stick. QQQ's going now too. $160% now on AMD. Oh my goodness. My net P&L right now, guys, is 110%. What an insane trade. I've got 2 contracts left. There goes AMD again. Wow. If AMD can clear 102, guys, I don't have anything on AMD until 105.90. Key spot. The reason I'm taking these SPX calls is because I'm playing with the Apex AI data. And I want to see if we can catch this move up on SPX here. So my fill on the SPX cons, guys, is 195 on the 425 zeros. We do have Jolt's data coming out, so just be careful. But I like the risk reward on this. 5 minutes holding the 9 EMA. This is the pullback on the 9 EMA. Yeah, it's hit every single day. AMD still up 108% on the 105s. Sorry, 120%. I'm holding on to this with QQQ strength. I've only got 2 contracts left on AMD, scaled out the majority, but a nice 95% net return on that position. Oh man, Microsoft, I've missed it. That thing flew, Swaggy. LinkedIn introduces new AI-powered premium experience. Microsoft might fly off that. Yeah, I just broke a huge level right here. It might rip off that news. Yeah, it's ripping. That's what I'm like. I almost added to it, but I was like, I missed the 340 breakout. I missed AMD catching this play. Remember last time Microsoft had AI news, you caught that news trade and went like 1,700%. It's ripping. %, of these calls. Apex AI SPX target is 4250, which is a massive rip. I don't see how we go all the way to 4250. Yeah, those AMD calls, Pedro, were like $1.26 yesterday. They opened up at like 30.36, and my fill was 36 on these cons. The low of day on the contracts were $28. Closed at 126, opened at 28. They lost $100 per contract when they opened. It's this thing that Rippy God is doing on Twitter. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like an AI tool where they're trying to give a price target on SPX based on market factors and utilizing AI and things like that. And it's every single day it's hit. So I was like, yeah, let's try it with one con and see if we can hit one contract.
Guys, I scaled the Microsoft app for Strat.
Oh, and my friend texted me, said that they use gamma exposure as well. Yeah, those were fire plays off open.
Mario just gave up all the games from Kmart.
Yeah, it did. QQQ's ripping, guys. The SPX trade might work here. If SPY can push high a day.
I don't think Microsoft got it either.
Bro, Microsoft is, yeah. New highs on AMD also. Here's this key level break on AMD. Key level is 102.15. If we break that and hold on the 5, I think we'll see a pretty nice move.
Microsoft.
I can't believe I missed it. I mean, I got AMD, but that was like another layup this morning. I'm glad you got that.
Yeah, I even put in my watch. This is my favorite setup one to tomorrow.
SPX new high of day.
Did you catch that patience? And Microsoft honestly has one of the best charts in the whole market.
It looks really good, yeah. Saba?
I'm still in Saba.
Oh, whoa, it is ripping.
Yeah, I still have my calls from yesterday.
That was that level you said. I think you said it needed like a 21 break.
Yeah, I just broke that didn't know consolidation.
I think AMD is about to go nuclear if Qs keep pushing. If it hits the implied move, AMD hits like 105 today. Amazon's going. There's a lot of charts that are breaking out. Oh man, I missed Amazon too. We got jolts in 14 minutes. Yeah, I don't blame you, Slam Stack. You know FOMC is going to give like some wild moves.
Bro, I'm kind of tempted to press the 220s on Tesla.
15% on SPX. We just hit 190% on AMD. New high on SPX. SPX is going now. Like we're just breaking out everywhere. Amazon's breaking. Qs are ripping. 25% on SPX now. $420 is the next level I have on SPY.
Sava, bro. Oh my god.
The Sava ripping.
Anybody stay on those?
I want to hear the scream.
Yeah, they're wild, bro. This thing goes up.
200% now on AMD, guys. Insane trade on AMD. 205% now. SPX is ripping. 30% now on SPX. %40 now on SPX. Bro, that's wild. Everything's ripping, guys. I'm gonna trim SPX at 420 on SPY. I only have the one contract because I wanted to test this to see if it was gonna work.
Oh, the AI target working?
Yeah, it did 40% on SPX.
Yeah, they're onto something. And someone somehow brings 22, I think. Just think about it, like insane. And the calls that we have, they're November 17th, so.
Back to 200% on AMD. Be careful, guys, with jolts coming. I don't know which way they're going to send us, but Apex data is still saying SPX 4250. If jolts comes out and they rip us, then I could see this becoming an absolute face ripper on SPX. $220% now on AMD. Oh my goodness, this thing is ripping. I sold one more AMD, guys, so I'm going to hold on to one AMD going into jolts. What's up, William? Not a bad FOMC day, though, guys. 200% on AMD. Microsoft was an absolute ripper, Swaggy got 40% so far on SPX. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we just created a pretty strong base today for November. And if you guys traded well this morning, there's one way to start your month off very, very green. It's to quit trading if you're up. Don't try and be a hero and do way too much.
Especially on the monthly.
50% now on these SPX cons. Bro, that's wild.
I'm letting Microsoft no more, but once they call me, I didn't do it. If everyone sees good, Microsoft want to see 350.
100%. Yeah, I think it will.
broke you kind of thing.
I'm trading the challenge right now. The rest of the week, I told you guys I'd finish the week with the challenge. And then we'll figure out what I'm going to do from there. I really want to see 420 on SPY hit, though. But anytime you can do like 22% on your account in the first 20 minutes, that's a pretty good account return for time that we put in. Yeah, Pal's going to be the real move today for sure. Oh, Elon selling Tesla again.
Looks like.
Yeah, that's true. SPY contracts, you can get a flush on those at FOMC also.
So how does AI work? Like, does it change like every like 10 minutes or something like that? Or
I don't know how many times it changes, but I do know that it's all based on like net gamma exposure. So it's looking at like
it's looking at the option chain basically.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, Fish Slayer. We got data in 2 minutes. Jolts data. So be careful, guys, if you're in SPY, QQQ. Really any name. I don't think there's been a day that this Apex AI thing hasn't hit the target, though. Nice pullback into the 13 EMA on smaller time frames here, pulling really close to the 9 EMA on the 5-minute on SPY. Target still remains 420 with data in 30 seconds. Oh my lord, you've got to be kidding me. They've really ripped it. Oh my god. 60% on the SPX trade. Right to the key level though, 420.35. It was right. Construction, everything was right on. But I got a key level at, like I said, 420.35. We got to break that in order to get like 422.77. Oh, for some reason. Yeah, there it goes. It posted. AMD's reversing towards highs too. Jolts 9.5 versus 9.49. US dollars pulling back, which is good for more upside on equities. $55 here on SPX at 420. We break this high of day, guys. 422 is the next level that I have. QQQ looks like it's getting ready to break out too. If we break 353.26, if you guys are watching stream right here, this line is going to be huge, and you can see here on smaller time frames here. I'll show you guys in premium chat too what I'm talking about. Look at this QQQ. It's like just waiting to break out. Microsoft new high of day. That thing is going. If AMD can break 103, I think we'll see 105. Big thing is Qs though. Tech's hitting a resistance point. Not the best looking candle on SPY's 5-minute either. There goes AMD. New high of day. Just broke 103. Back to 215%. Still have my one contract on AMD in case it just keeps running all day. Back to 20% on SPX here. 25%. QQQ just hammered off the 9 EMA also. Apple's not really moving off that headline. Which is interesting. Oh, it was quite okay. Will's like, I read that in the Wall Street Journal 2 months ago. All right, back to 40% here on SPX. Nice trade, Pedro. Really nice trade on Google. Saw you said you were waiting for it and then it set up. So that was awesome to see you take that one. SPY's just riding the 9 EMA, guys. You guys are watching the trend. Very steady on the 5 minute. Really no reason to panic if you're long into SPY, especially if you took the SPX with me. They're sitting at $240 per contract now. $240% on AMD now. Back to 50% on SPX. If we break 420.35, guys, we rock it. Please send us. Come on, here we go. If we break high of day, we're going to send. Microsoft, perfect pullback into the EMAs. SPY's been riding the 9 EMA the entire day. Here we go. So close to breaking out here. We're at $305 a contract on SPX from 190. And if we break this spot, I think these contracts probably go to $4. You guys can see there. But see how we're riding the 9 EMA on SPY right here? If we break this 420.35, I think we're gonna see the move. AMD call buyers are finally almost back to break even on their calls they bought yesterday. Now at $1.20 per contract from $36 entry. Oh yeah, sorry. If they were anyone who bought calls at close yesterday for like $1.26, we basically just came right back up near their entry. I'm thinking if SPY breaks this 420.35, we see an absolute ripstick to 422.77. If QQQ can break out over 353, that's going to give us a massive push. Right, I've been seeing you talk about Mara all morning. Trying to long it. It kind of looks like it's just in like a downtrend. Microsoft Trade Exchange just said they're pushing highs. Come on, man. If it's Tesla that's doing this because everything else is pushing up. If Elon would stop selling Tesla shares. Here we go. Here goes SPY. Come on. 420.35. Snap that get high of day, and then we're on our way to 422. Come on, SPY. Get that push. There it goes. There it goes. 85% now on SPX. 350 per contract. Come on, SPY. Microsoft's ripping. 90% on SPX, guys. Oh my Lord. We are ripping. Gotta love it. QQQ finally broke out. Now we should see the big move. Wow. 280% now in Qs. Sorry, not in Qs, AMD. I'm looking at QQQ chart. Microsoft ripping. Swaggy gave that one to you guys on a platter. That's a good question, Flo. I don't actually strangle anything, so I'm probably not the best person to answer with that. $110% now on SPX, guys. Oh my Lord. 300% now on AMD. 140% on SPX now. $150% now. Jesus, man. This is insane.
Those Microsoft calls are at 355 now. 150.
That's wild. Bro, these SPXs are up 170% now. Like $1.90 to $500 per contract. Oh, we're gonna get it here, Wealth. I was just DMing with the guy that owns it.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
I'm gonna get it in here.
SPX cheat code.
Bingo.
Microsoft about to break out on the daily, bro. Let's take my Dude, 346.20 is a breakout on Microsoft. Yeah, I'm release codes with you.
Yeah, up, down, AV. Get the Grand Theft Auto cheat code book. That's like a Bible. Talk about a ripper. Told you guys not to get don't get worried if you were long in SPY because we were just riding the EMA. 320% on AMD, by the way.
We're having a lot of range for an FOMC, dude.
I know, that's the crazy thing. $200% on these SPX 4250 cons. So one contract for $190 turned into $380 gain. This is wild. Dog bone included. Yeah, I'm going to get the Apex AI, and it'll be a bot that comes in. What's QQQ look like? Qs have room to 355. AMD trying to break highs. AMD was kind of flush of the earnings season so far. $330% in an hour. SPY about to break highs again. Qs just broke high of day. Yeah. AMD's at 360% now on the 105 calls. Jesus, AMD is insane. Yeah, for sure, CDP. I'll do that. $375 on AMD now. 380%. $400 now on AMD. Did anyone get stopped out of spy calls at any time? As you're reviewing, look at the 5 minute, right? Because like we just rode the 9 EMA all the way up. Like SPY hasn't given us a clear sell signal yet to get out of the position other than taking profits, but like actually closing the full position. There's been no trend structure, no technicals, nothing to said anything about getting out of a long position as a trend trader.
Bro, Tesla's drilling. Yeah, just lost 200.
He's got to be selling. There's no way he's not. Tesla doesn't move like that unless there's some massive something going on underneath the hood. Maybe Cybertruck's not going to release. That's why people are selling.
I mean, it was just used to the Cybertruck. I think that's why we have that pretty much.
Oh, really? SPY's near high of day. See if we can break high of day and push 422. There we go. Just broke highs. Back to 205% on SPX, 410% now on AMD. Yeah, not a good candle, but consolidation across the board now on SPY and QQQ, which we might start to see since we just had a massive move. But you can see Qs are consolidating on the 2 and 5. SPY on the 2 and 5 are consolidating. Tesla's still continuing to drill, which is not a pretty sight. Like Tesla's skipping to the downside now, 198.80. Whoa, AMD. $420 now. $105s might get in the money on AMD here. I've just got the one AMD contract left, but again, one contract printed us an extra $150 just by leaving one runner. So you guys can see what the power of runners can do on an account, especially one that you're trying to grow. SPX is back to 200%. $435% now on AMD. They're about to go in the money. In the money now on AMD. Microsoft pushing high of day. Next high of day break on SPY, I'll probably sell this SPX con. It's already printed us $400. $190 to $590 now. Whoa, there it goes. 230% on SPX. What a banger day so far. $250% now on SPX. $270% now on SPX. All right, guys, I'm going to close my SPX here. I closed it 620, sold for $620 per contract. Just going to hang on to AMD here. I'm going to give you guys a 2K update. Might have sold the top on SPY right there too. AMD 105s are now 490%, $211 per contract from 36 entry. Did you guys bank on SPX SPY AMD? If you did, make sure you light up the results chat. Any play or whatever your portfolio's up, I'm gonna light it up too. $520 now on AMD. Man. You guys see why you don't need to oversize when you get into trades now? Like, does today prove that to you? Hopefully it does. Everyone wants to like oversize and go in like super, super heavy. And you can make a ton of money doing it, but you just have to be okay stomaching the emotional drawdowns and the capital drawdown. Yeah, we're on fire right now. Of course, CDP. Yeah, I'm gonna keep live streaming the 2K account the rest of this week, and then at the end, I think we'll be back in the chat. We do this every single day, guys. Trade live every day. Sometimes being able to hear people's thoughts on market, what they're seeing, it can be a complete game changer versus just taking an alert from someone. Yeah, that SPX con took like made like $500 off one contract. That's my point. Like you don't need to play super heavy. And AMD is up 540% now. Imagine if we had left our full position on AMD. New highs on AMD. Key level getting ready to hit, guys. 580% now. One additional contract runner netted us an additional $225. Appreciate it, Will. I think everyone traded really, really well today, guys. $650 now on AMD, guys. Insane day today. Hey, Serious Profit. Market's always going to be here, brother. And we're going to continue to do this. We've done this time and time again. Safe to say AMD hit its implied move, guys. It's up 7.6% now in the day. And we are absolutely feasting. $680 now on AMD. Next level I have is 108.73 on AMD. 690%. We might get a 7-bagger here, guys. There's the 7-bagger. 720% now on AMD. Guys, Swaggy gave you an amazing trade on Microsoft too. Talk about a trend day there. Really nice trend on Microsoft. Really, really nice trend down on Tesla so far today. SPY, really, really nice to the upside. As long as SPY keeps trending and QQQ keeps going, guys, we're just going to stick with it. Yeah, Pedram, I would be hands off, honestly. That's why I haven't put on another trade because there's really no need for me to right now. Again, it goes back to that notion of like trying to do too much. No point to it in my opinion. I just closed my AMD trade too, by the way, guys, on that candle. No need to try and be a hero today. So we're all cash right now going into FOMC. Hour and a half of the day. We finally broke the 3K resistance on the 2K count. 2K value update for you guys in the 2K club, just so you guys see. Just to reiterate, I didn't oversize. Took the A plus setup, and the result was over $1,000 today um, on the small account. So that's why I always preach risk management to you guys. Trading is all about longevity. It's about staying in it for a long game. And so when a lot of you guys are like, I'm throwing in the towel, I'm done with this, I'm not going to do it anymore. I didn't just start trading 6 months ago, right? Like it's a journey. Um, you really got to commit yourself to it, to the craft, and to learning it. But that's why risk management is so paramount, because if I would have blown my account yesterday, I wouldn't have had money to actually take the A plus setup today that allowed me to size appropriately and, basically take the account almost 50% today. Took the account 50% and I sized in on the first trade with $350, and the SPX trade we entered with $190, right? So basically we risked $540 out of our account today to go make over $1,000. No, no, no. I'm saying I did not start trading 6 months ago. That's my point. Like a lot of you guys are like newer to options. You're like, I don't know how long I can do this. Like this is frustrating. It's hard. Um, anything worth doing in life is going to be hard at first, especially when you're not an expert at it. Imagine getting dropped off in a foreign country and be like, this is hard to learn their language. I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna leave. It's it's not easy when you're first starting. The hardest part is mastering your emotions. The easy part is everything you guys already know how to do. Look at charts, master the technicals, all of that stuff. Um, that's the way I looked at it. When I first started. Like you can take two paths to trading. You can get really mad and really frustrated and throw in the towel and say, I'm done. It's frustrating to lose. Or you can say, losing is an opportunity for me to learn why I lost what I did, right? Like there's two different types of people. The quitters and the go-getters is what I call them. Yeah, I lost so much money with Zach Morris because I made so much on all the calls he was giving me, but like all the females wanted to go out every single night. And so I ended up like maxing out all my credit cards, blew all my money. I lost so much money because of him. He just gave me a lifestyle that I never even knew existed. Maybe I can sue him for it. Need you to pay all my club bills. Yeah, Don Leo bottles. One of my boys texted me. He's like, "I'm gonna send you some females this weekend." He traded AMD. What's your guys' favorite tequila? Don Julio, Casa Azul. What do you like? Trace Agaves. Sounds like we got a bunch of tequila people in the room. Maybe our Wednesday live nights should be technicals and tequila. Real furus have furu in their blood, right? Like Guppy said, they're guessing 50 different strikes in every direction. Oh, Puerto Rico. CDP on YouTube streams in Puerto Rico. You gotta join the Discord chat, CDP. And you can see all these cats in here talking about what they're drinking. Puerto Rico is good for taxes. I think you pay like 4% tax there or something. So I was like, I need to quit drinking. White collar prison if you're single. Oh, it looks like we did top tick the sell on SPX, guys, because it's pulling back down now. Where are you at, Sahu? Oh, okay. You want to move to South America is what you're saying. Oh, okay, nice. So everything's kind of breaking down now, guys. Tesla does look like it could be an actionable short side setup if SPY loses 420 on a pullback into the EMAs here on Tesla. 3 straight red candles on SPY SPX. All right, SPY's breaking down now. If it was an FOMC day, this is probably a nice short to the downside. The problem is I don't like that FOMC's here. Long entry on which name, Vinny? Yeah, no, I don't like this. I don't like the pullback on. It's too deep of a pullback for me. Now you could go long risking 420 on SPY, but I feel like I kind of already got my piece of the pie for the day. So maybe that's my inherent bias, kind of just saying like, hey, I'm gonna stay away. But as long as tech, I mean, so like here's the deal. As long as tech holds 353.26 and SPY holds 420.34, I think is the level. That could be a good risk to reward to go long. But see how we're under EMAs, so we've technically put in a lower low right now. Yeah, it hasn't happened on the 15. On the 5, it has happened. But so that's what I'm saying. Larger time frames, we're still in an uptrend. But for lower time frames, it's a little riskier for me because I only like to buy those pullbacks onto the 9 EMA as part of my strategy. Yeah, go get a Starbucks. Go get some lunch or something. Good work, guys. Insane. Everyone's killing it today. Yeah, I'm gonna be on for FOMC, Bojack. I'm probably gonna grab some lunch and Pal comes. I think FOMC is at 2:00 Eastern. So we still got about 2.5 hours. But yeah, I'm going to be on because I think we're going to get a really big move after FOMC. I think we'll be able to even do some more gains on the account after FOMC within reason. Nice work, Vinny. So, Vinny, too, just so you know, like on SPY, what we're basing right now at that 420.35 level, that key level that we played to, that was resistance. It does look like it might have flipped to support now. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm going to go bounce out of here for just a little bit, clear my head, go grab something to eat probably. And then I'll be on before FOMC starts. So I'll probably be back in at like 1:30, 1:45. Just so you guys know, I'll ping everyone too when I come back on. I'm going to close the stages, but I'll reopen stages before Powell comes on or before FOMC starts at 2 o'clock. And then Powell, I think, speaks at 2:30. So make sure you guys trade safe. If it were up to me, if you want to follow what I'm doing, I'm not putting on another trade until FOMC because I think we're going to get some massive opportunity after FOMC. And so, for me, remember, it's all about probability. What's the highest probability that you can see a profit when you put your money into the markets? I don't know that it's right now after we just had this massive move and we're going to consolidate until FOMC. But I do know that we'll get volatility out of FOMC, and that's where we can, capitalize and potentially do some big numbers. So that's what I'm going to be waiting for. Going to bounce out, take my mind off the markets for a little bit, go touch some grass, and I'll be back for FOMC, guys.